Trey Songz was arrested tonight at the AFC Championship game between the Bills and the Chiefs, and he supposedly got into an altercation with some fans in the stands, and who knows exactly what was going on. And at some point, a police officer approached him, and according to some fans, as was reported on TMZ, the police officer was out of line and he was being very aggressive, and it wasn't clear whether he actually put hands on Trey Songz or not, but he was aggressively going after him, and then at some point it got into an altercation between the police officer and Trey Songz. Trey Songz punched the dude in the head, got him in a headlock, and the latest is that he was arrested for trespassing, resisting arrest, and for assaulting a police officer. And he's on a 24-hour hold. And all of this is very bad, of course. You know, I mean, of course, the police officer, who knows, maybe he was harassing him. I would find that very easy to believe, that he was harassing him for whatever reason. But it's like, even if the police are harassing you, and this is just my little bit of legal advice for anyone listening to this video, do not punch a police officer in the head and then get the police officer into a headlock. It's not going to end up well for you. We know what the score is in this country, okay? And I could understand if your life is literally in jeopardy and it's just a reaction, a survival instinct to defend yourself. I can understand that, even though chances are that's not going to turn out well either. But the point is, even if the police are coming after you in the wrong way, they're being too aggressive, there's too much attitude, punching a police officer in the head and getting them in a headlock is going to result in you going to jail, and chances are dealing with a lot of legal consequences, because it's just never accepted. You know, the police can get away with shooting people, with beating people up, and it's all seen as reasonable. They're given so much leeway. They can cover up for each other. It's very difficult to go against them. But if you actually attack a police officer, you're surely going to be screwed. It's just the way that things go. The best way to deal with the situation is try to diffuse it as much as possible, even if it's going in an unfair direction, to comply as much as possible, and then at a later time try to attack the actions of that police officer via an attorney, via court, because on the spot, at the time, being aggressive with police, hitting police, getting them in headlocks, doing this kind of, I mean, once you do that, you're finished. It's over. And, you know, the best case scenario is that it's over for you in terms of, like, just getting all these criminal charges and dealing with all that BS and going to jail. The worst case scenario, of course, as we know, is getting killed on the spot by other police officers. Now, in this case, obviously, there wasn't that kind of worry because it was in a very public place, and Trey Songz is really famous. So that's not going to just go under the radar if they got crazy aggressive with him. But if this was a normal person, a regular person who did something like this, I mean, they could find themselves dead at the end of the night. So it's never worth it to try to do this with the police. But this is a crazy story. What do you guys think about it?